Hi, I'm John Dawson, President of ExactData, and here today to explain to you why I feel integration of our technology to generate high-fidelity synthetic data with commercial network traffic generation tools is important. As you might be aware, cyber threats are a huge problem globally, estimated to be $6 trillion by 2021, and today's networks are the most vulnerable for behavioral-based threats. And it's also one of the fastest growing threat areas. And there exists today reasonable solutions to do network intrusion detection. There's great products on the market. You've got Spirent's cyber flood, penetration testing, Ixia, among others. And basically what's happened is the attack signatures are known, and these technologies work very well. Where we're lacking in this cyber threat detection area is in the area of behavioral, both machine-based and human-based. And the reason for that is the testing of these systems is really in its infancy. And we've come up with a way to actually test these systems. We have the ability already to generate very high fidelity data. So it mirrors the production systems, and yet it is totally synthetic. We're not modifying existing databases or starting with production data of any type. The data is statistically relevant over very, very large volumes. It's correlated between different disparate databases. It's longitudinally correct, so it's correct over the time access. It's internally consistent. And it's actually designed for the system under test. So for cyber applications, we actually are designing in complex threat patterns into the data, and not only generating the data, but also generating the system response file. So where this malicious activity is actually into the data, and then with our integration, we can actually push this data now over the wire for behavioral-based cyber applications. Why do you care? Good testing is going to save you money, and that's coming from a few areas. The first is that the cost to provision or create the data is cheaper because you're not modifying production data. Which is basically a manual process. You're using technology to generate the data, so the data can just be generated more quickly with more use case coverage and at much less cost. And this also has the added benefit of compressing your development cycle times. You have relevant data almost immediately available, and that just makes your test and development and integration go much faster. That saves you money. Above that is your ability to actually measure error rates, both true and false positives, because we're generating data that has statistical relevancy, has big enough volumes, has enough use case coverage. You can actually create receiver operating curves, ROC curves, and optimize your system for the cost of error versus the cost to correct the error. And this all saves you money. Along those lines, or in addition to that, your security posture is going to be better. You're going to do a better job catching threats and stopping threats, and that's going to save you time and money, and also make it better for your customers. They'll have more trust in you as a company managing the data. Thank you very much. I hope you found this interesting. Take care.